Okay, hey everyone. Yesterday I fixed my heater. My neighbor, my heater in my car, my 2000 Blazer. My neighbor is a HVAC air conditioning guy, and he came and took a look at it, and he says, "Yeah, it's the front switch." So we didn't think it would cost very much. I went in and looked for a switch for a 2000 Blazer. Um, a new one was $197. And because it didn't have a drop down menu to actually see if it would fit my car, I was cautious. I says, I don't think that's a safe bet to buy one of those right now. And then I found one um, at A1 Auto on eBay. I've dealt with them before. Really great guys, really great people. No, I'm not getting sponsored for this or paid for it. I just tell it how it is. And they have one that looked almost brand. I mean, it did look brand new. The portion that goes into the dash was bright white. The one I took out, I'll show you, and it's a dingy white. So, and they got it here within like 3 days. I was surprised, but anyway, I went on YouTube here looking for how to replace the switch. I couldn't find anything, and I'm usually pretty good at hunting things down. But I could not find anything that told me how to do that. So I'm going to do this and show you. I've already got it in, but I'm going to show you the old one and show you how I put them together, how it went together, and how it came apart. I'm not taking the new one out, but I'm going to show you um, how the dash came apart and all that. And all you have to do is do it in reverse from what I'm showing you. It'll be that simple. Okay, so right now it's 30. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 50 degrees.
Okay, I could wait till later, but I want to get this done real quick because my back is already sore from yesterday. Um, and it's probably going to give out here. And I want to get it done before it gives out. And I end up having to spend 3 days in severe pain and taking pain meds for it. So, yeah, it's just the positions I got in yesterday that that made it sore. I mean, it might not go out, but you can never tell. That's what's sad about my condition here. It might work. I mean, it might be good today, and I turn over wrong tomorrow or tonight in my sleep, and I can't be able to. I won't be able to move. It happens like that. So yeah, it's no fun. But they won't do surgery yet. They keep saying putting it off, which I'm happy they are. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to show you how I did this and try to give you the best description I can so that you guys can actually see how this came out and went in. And it's actually not very hard at all. That might be the reason there's no YouTube on it. But my neighbor, when he told me it was the switch, what was happening, give you a little brief. What was happening is I would turn on the heater and it was just blowing cool air out. And so I'm like, okay, that can't be good. Why is it just blowing cool air out? It's not blowing any hot air. And, it kind of surprised me. I was, just mentioned it to my neighbor. I says, yeah, it's just blowing cool air, not hot air. He says, let's go take a look at it. We went down and he was telling me how the switches work and off of the vacuum hoses and all that. And, little bitty clips. And he says, it's your switch. And I'd already gone online looking to solve the problem. And one guy said it could be, um, the intake hoses and intake and outtake hoses. And, I was prepared to do that. I was like, oh man, this is going to be a pain. I'll have to have someone do that because there's no way I can lean that far. Trust me on that. I've tried. I mean, when I go to I've changed the points and rotor cap on my car, and in order for me to do that, I actually have to climb up on top of the engine. So I have to take a step stool out there and climb. It's the only way I can do it without killing my back. Plus, I'm not that tall. So anyway, without further ado, let's go down there and let's knock this thing out, and I'll show you how it works. Okay, we're out here in the car. I'm going to show you what I switched out. That is this part right here. And as you can see, it's in there. And this, with all little colors, it fits on this part. And it'll only fit one way. As you can see, all these connectors are separate. And you can hear how the switch was broken. But when you go to put it back together or take it apart, it's got these triggers on the side, and all you have to do is either pull them to the side or push them. Pull or push. Very easy to do. And they only go one way. And when you get down to here, where my thumb is, there's a little white nipple, and that part fits right on. You can line it up with that nipple and just pop it on. Very, very simple. And if you look, it's got these little guides that go in. They'll fit right in, and then there's a screw for each side. Okay, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in here. I hope you can see, because you really, for this, you don't have to take the whole dash out. You can slide it in there. Just be careful not to break your dash, because it does. I mean, it's plastic. But you can see where I need to put the screws in on each side. And once I put the screws in, I'll get back with you and show you where the other screws go. Okay? Okay, we have the screws in. The next portion, I don't know if y'all can see this, but down there's a screw, another screw, and we're going to pop this plate right back in, and then we're going to put the screws in. Now, caution for all this, because remember, it is plastic and it will break. So only get it as tight as it needs to be to hold it, okay? Now I'm going to put these other screws in, pop this on right here. Don't know if I can do it. You can see where it goes in down there. So let me see if I can do this. Okay, sorry about that. It closed up. We're going to put, there's a screw there. And another one there. So we're going to put these screws in. Another word of caution. Don't drop them, because if they go back in there, they may or may not come out. I lost 2 back in there, so that's why I'm cautioning you. And also unplug your battery. Otherwise, because you have to drop the steering wheel down all the way to get to all this. And you have to put it all the way, put your gear shifter all the way down. Okay, so let me put in these screws, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, got the screws in, got that bottom panel on. Now, you're going to have 4 screws. 1. Let me see, I'm not sure if I can show you this. You're going to have 1 down there. You have 1 here. And on the other side, you're going to have the same thing. 1 there and 1 down at the bottom. Okay, now there's 1 other one, and I know you're not going to be able to see it, but it's right dead center under the dash. Okay, and all these screws are the same except for this one right here underneath the dash. It's a little bit shorter. Okay, so let's get to it, and then we'll fire it up and see how the heater works. I'll be right back with you. Remember, you're just doing this reverse of what I did. Okay, so let's do this. Let's check for the air conditioner first to make sure it works good. It's on max AC right now. Turned it to regular AC and I felt it kick down, so that's doing good. Now it's by legs and hands are up, and that's doing good. So let us try, and this is just blowing straight out. That's doing good. Let's go ahead and kick on heat. Yep, went down. This old one, it was not doing that. It was not going down when you put it down towards your feet. And we're not at 190 yet. That's what the neighbor said. Once the temperature hits around 190 is when we should start feeling the heat. and that could take it a while. I'm going to go ahead and close the hood, and I'll get back to you again in one more second. Okay, while we're waiting for the heat to kick on here, as you can see, it is 12:11, so it's almost 12:12. Going to set the, hopefully, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so the clock is set now. Those two little buttons there. And that was another thing I didn't know, is that if you turn it on defrost, your compressor for your air conditioner will kick on most of the new ones or newer models. And the reason is so it's not just blowing out straight hot air, and because if it did, your windshield would crack. That's what my neighbor said. He's a smart man. Now, if y'all didn't hear that, I turned it on defrost, and the air compressor kicked on. Hear it? Which it was staying on before, even when it was just on heat. So let's go back. Now we got it on regular heat and no air compressor. I mean no compressor. Yeah, he was telling me that if they had it down in Mexico, this part, they would take it apart and solder the little dots on it and everything and sell it again. So I think I'm going to give it to him and let him do what, if he wants to take it to Mexico, he can take it to Mexico. So anyway, I hope this helped someone out. If it did, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment if you have something to say about it. Oh yeah, it's working. I went to a party on Christmas, and when I left, the heat was not working. It was just blowing cool air. Not cold air, but cool air. So and if I let it get all the way up to 190, I'll be roasting in here. But it's coming out good right now, and it's hot. Okay, so now y'all know how to take the dash off just for that, and you can do the stereo also, because that's a OEM stereo. I ordered it. I forgot how much it cost, but my son helped me put it in. The old one, I mean, this is a 2000 and it's now 2022, so everything in here is OEM. And like I say, I don't know how much that cost. I don't remember. We put it in about 2 or 3 years ago, and it's worked perfect. The CD, the old one, was not ejecting, and it would skip and everything else. So we decided to put a new one in. And it works like a charm. Never had a problem with it. Okay, guess what? It's 45 degrees outside, and it's getting to be about 90 in here. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. It works. Everything works perfect. And I hope this helped someone. And if it did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're in a warm place, go swimming. If you're in a cold place, find a warm place to go swimming or someone to snuggle up with. Okay, we'll talk to y'all later. Love you guys. Have a great day.